All right, on this episode of Oli Paints, things did not go well for the Smart car. Roll the intro. Okay, like I said, things with the Smart car, there's trouble in paradise. The colors that we picked, we thought were really gonna play well. I'm gonna show you a picture right now of what it looks like next to each other. Okay, and like you can see, I'm not a fan. I really love the tinted red color, but we're gonna pull an audible. We're gonna swap colors. We're gonna work with the red color as well. Today I'm gonna show you the black that we're actually going to swap to. I'm gonna spray the hood and fenders. We're gonna verify that this is the route that we wanna go. And yeah, so let's go ahead and spray some more of this Alpha custom paint and see how this color looks. All right, so this is the new color. I don't know if you guys can see much at all. Let's bust out my cell phone light. It's still black. It's called Tinted Silver. It has almost a brown tinge to it. This is what we're gonna go with, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff mixed up. Get some reducer in here. I just put it on the shaker, but I think this is going to be a much nicer combination because we're also going to do something special with the red color. We're gonna keep the two-tone, but we're gonna do something a little bit different with that red, add a little bit of an effect to it that will match this, and then I think we're gonna be on the money. So let me get this mixed up. We'll get in there and shoot some base. All right, so that's all blown and tacked. Now I'm ready to just get this new color on here. This should be the move. That old color just wasn't it. I'm gonna shoot this at 15 PSI. I opted for slow reducer as well, just to make sure everything lays out really nice. Get a new color on the edges here. It's still gonna be subtle, but I think this new color is going to match far nicer than that tinted red with the bright red. I know a lot of guys are excited about that one, and I really was, but after we set that fender up, I just could not get down with it. It just didn't jive like I wanted it to, you know? All right, there's our base laid down. Some of these fenders. That's our first coat of base, first coat of color laid down. Since I use slow reducer, I'm gonna let this stuff kind of just sit and hang out. Might run a flash cycle just to get those transfer solvents out, you know what I mean? But we'll take a look at this color here just a minute before we go and clear coat this. But I think that this is going to be the move. All right, we're gonna pull a trick out of Brian's book. Some K600. I just want this to come out nice, you know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simply, this first coat, because I didn't seal it or nothing, I'm gonna just wipe it down with this, just to knock any dust or chunks of stuff out of it. All right. Because this is solvent base coat, right? I want this stuff to lay down really nice. I'm gonna just give her a quick little scuff here. So I did notice a little piece of the dirt and whatnot, and basically I think what was happening was this color that I've literally had this base coat for over a year now, because this was for another project and that project never panned out. I think it was for Rob, my body guy. We were gonna use this color on a Civic and he ended up just scrapping the project, selling the car. So I was left with the paint, and so it has been just sitting in the cabinet for over a year now. And I think a lot of the stuff just settled, and I also didn't strain this base coat, which I should have. So what I did for the second coat is I splashed a little bit more reducer in it. And then clearly I'm just scuffing up the surfaces here just to knock out all the little bits of trash that I just blew into this thing. And then we'll go ahead and get our subsequent layers on, but I did go through, strained it, made sure it was nice and clean. I should have done that at the beginning, but you know, actually works out for a better video because I can show you guys kind of how to do this as well. If you haven't seen Paint Society's videos doing this, I mean, you should go check those out because Ryan does a really good job of explaining how and why he does things. So I'll get this last little piece. I shouldn't have to do this on my next layers because I strained it and did that splash of reducer, so we should be just fine. I'm gonna have to re-tack rag this real quick like. That's not a big deal. Alright, I'm gonna go blow that spot off. Like so. A little better. I think what I'm gonna do is just wipe it down with wax and grease real quick just to get the dust off the surface. And then I'll tack rag it. And we'll move on to the next layers. I'm gonna soak the towel like so. Wipe in one direction. Just pick up all the dust. Okay. Just like that. We'll do the fenders. Then we'll run a tack rag over it and we'll be good. I don't know if you guys can already see that color, but I think this is going to be a way nicer option to play with that bright red. Like I said, we're going to add an effect to the red as well. So that it will match like the same effect that this tinted silver has, which if you didn't know is a diamond silver pearl. It's not even a metallic. Alright, let's tack rag these and keep on going. And like I said, guys, like this is the perfect little situation to happen, honestly, because now if it happens to you guys, you don't have to panic. Grab some K600, lightly scuff it. Make sure your base coat is strained. There you go. The biggest difference here between solvent and water is I am going to tack rag before each coat and after each coat because, you know, I'm also going to bump my pressure up to 18. So I'm going to tack rag just to get any of that overspray or anything that's not permanently stuck off the surface, just so everything comes out clean. Alright. Coat number 2. It's going much cleaner. I should have strained this stuff at the start. That was just me being a dummy. I was too excited, you know. I didn't even think about it because on the usual I don't strain waterborne because everything will get caught in the filters, but this base has been in my cabinet for quite a while, so it's not really surprising. I will say that like Alpha Paint, all of this stuff that I've used, very, very, very user friendly. So if you guys are trying to paint your own car, this stuff, it's so easy to use, man. And the fact that he does all, like the complete car kit, so you can get literally everything you need and nothing that you don't to get the job done yourself, that's pretty cool. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of DIY paint. And he's got cheat sheets and videos for all these products, you know, and how to use them and what you can do to fix what issues, and yeah, the support's just really nice. Oh yeah, this is laying down really nice. Hopefully that's showing up on camera. Alright, now we'll let that dry. I'm only going to do one more coat after this. I could stop here, but I'm going to do kind of like an orientation. Since I had to sand that first layer, I do just want to do one more. But I will allow this to flash off and dull up. We'll get another layer on here. One of those things that I know some guys, they'll be like, oh man, I'll just blow some air over it, smash my next coat, blow some air over that and clear it. Now, maybe you have luck with that, but with solvent, like the general idea is you want all of those solvents to flash out, right? If you blow air over it, sure, the top flashes off, but you can trap solvents underneath that are still trying to get to the surface. And in a previous video, I was talking about exactly that and how you can end up with solvent pop. This, if I just let this naturally sit in here, see how this is already dulling out, starting to flash all those solvents. This, once this flashes and all the solvents are off the surface, then I can add another layer to it. And I know for a fact that I'm not going to trap any, and I shouldn't have any solvent pop at the end of the job. So I'm going to just get out of the booth instead of staring at it. I'll bring you guys in for coat 3. Okay, all of this is flashed now. I'm going to do my final coat of base coat. It's really nice and clean. I am going to drop my air just a skosh. We'll go to 15. I did that last coverage at 18 psi just to get it on there. Now I'm going to just focus on making sure that everything is nice and even, since I'm already good and covered. I just want all of these curls to lay down beautiful. So instead of like a dry control like I would do with water, I'm going to do like an orientation coat. So it's going to be like a semi-wet, just super duper even coat across all of these panels, just to make sure this stuff looks right. So let's get it. Okay, so that's on the hood. Get our last coats on this stuff. And I'm not really allowing this to fully wet out. It's only like a medium wet. Because really what I want is just even. Even as we can possibly be. Alright, so that all went really smooth. I'm going to grab a light. Got my Milwaukee in here. Let's take a gander at this. Oh yeah. It's really nice and uniform, man. All I got to do now is just give this, you know, 20 minutes or so. I'll probably run a flash cycle, let the temperature come up. It's about 70 degrees in the booth. Yeah, this is really nice and even. So I'm gonna just run a flash cycle for 20 minutes, let this stuff kind of just chill, do its thing. And then we get to spray my favorite clear. And this go around, I'm gonna spray my favorite clear coat with my favorite clear gun, and that's gonna be that DV1C, because I have a feeling that I'm gonna be able to really glass that stuff out with the DV1C. But anyway, let's just leave this stuff alone for a little bit. I'll see you when it's time to clear. Hey, this stuff is all flashed off. We're dry to the touch, ready to clear. Like I said, I'm using the Alpha AC 4521 in my favorite gun, my favorite nuclear with my favorite gun. I'm at just 20 PSI like I usually shoot it. 1.3. Let's see how nice this new color looks for the Brabus Smart car. And I have the booth set at 70 degrees. It's not too hot, not too cold. This stuff should have a good chance to level out beautiful. Let's see what this first coat looks like. This is a lot thicker clear than my normal 250. Higher solid content. And like I mentioned when we did the original colors on this, I am using the medium activator. Typically I would reach for slow, but this one just levels out really nice with medium. We're gonna let that be. We'll check the flow here in a minute once we get a coat on these. Okay. The thing I like about this DV1 clear coat in a high solid clear is it just breaks it up. Really nice. I think I mixed up the perfect amount here. I think Spencer is antsy. He wants to see what this new color looks like. I'm pretty excited about it because I think this is all just going to drive a lot better. Alright, so that's our first coat. This is the hood. It's already leveling out a lot. Alright. Yeah, I got a couple of chunks of dirt. These are plastic fenders, so they tend to attract dust, but all right, so this is two coats, 4521. All right, the depth on this stuff is always so good. I'm a big fan of that. The fenders, I do have a couple of chunks of dirt that I'm gonna have to nib out. It's like some right here, some bigger ones right here, but that's all easily fixed when I go to cut and buff all of this. This other fender. Y'all want to see the color with the light? Okay, so this is much more subtle, okay, than that tinted red. Much more subtle. Like I said, this has a diamond pearl. So without light, it just appears like a gloss black. And then the sunlight will hit it and it'll start to dance. Pretty happy with that. And as always, guys, links to these products can be found down in the description of this video. I'm really happy with them. Like, all of it sprays super easy. They sell whole car kits. So if you're looking to paint your car yourself and have everything to get the job done, check out the Spray Source. It's literally everything that you need and nothing that you don't. Whether you're going bare metal or you're just scuffing up the outside of your car to put a fresh coat on, you can get OEM colors. Tommy can make you a custom color. You can pick one of the many custom colors he's already got, including this one. This is just tinted silver. Really mild until the sunlight hits it, which is kind of the idea that Spencer and I wanted initially, but the reds just didn't play well enough together, so we went tinted silver, and I'll show you guys the effect layer that we're going to add to that red in a later video. But this is kind of just a teaser for what this thing is going to look like when we're completely done. And I'll do a cut and polish video, show you guys how to cut and buff this stuff, show you how easy that part of the job is, because this stuff polishes amazing. Like, it straight up just works so good. But yeah, I will leave links to all of this stuff down in the description box, guys. Any questions, please let me know in the comment section. Until the next video, I'll catch y'all later.